Hello, everyone. Welcome to our pitch session with Lenta. Very happy to have all of you join. Let's wait a couple more moments for more startups and attendees to join us. Just a few technical points before we begin. The format of today's pitch session will be a presentation from Lenta, followed by a pitch session by our 4 startups. And then followed by a final Q&A session with Lenta. So for the Q&A session, you can send us your questions in the Q&A tab that you can see at the bottom of your screen on Zoom. You can send questions throughout the session, so feel free to start sending them whenever you have a question. You don't have to wait for the Q&A session to do that. Please select your language in the interpretation tab, also at the bottom of your Zoom. You can select English if you would like to hear the pitch session and the presentation in English. And if you would like to hear it in Russian, please select the Russian channel. So I'll just repeat that for our Russian speakers. Коллеги, всем привет, спасибо, что присоединились. Если вы хотите слушать мероприятие на русском языке, пожалуйста, нажмите внизу экрана вкладку Interpretation, перевод, и выберите русский канал. Вы будете слышать мероприятие на русском языке. So I'll share a few points about our event today and about Generation S. I think a lot of you already know about us. We are the largest corporate accelerator in Russia and Eastern Europe. And we work with our corporate partners in various industries to help them find and implement new solutions across the world. So we do that by working with innovative startups that offer their solutions in various areas. And we have startups from all over the world, the US, Europe, Middle East, Asia, and CIS countries. And we're also very happy to welcome you today and happy to do this event for Israeli startups. So I would like to introduce our speakers. We're happy to be joined today by our colleagues from Lenta, Dmitry Kunyashev, Head of Technology and Product Scouting at Lenta. Hi, Dmitry, thank you for joining.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Rustam Kagirov, Head of Innovation Development, Center of Innovations at Lenta. Thank you for joining. And Anna Larionovna, Manager of Innovation Development, Center of Innovations at Lenta. Hi, Anna. Anna, you can switch on your mic.
Excuse me. Hello, everyone. You're welcome.
Thank you for joining. And we're very happy to be doing a joint program with Lenta and to help them in their call for startups to find various solutions in the areas of marketing, HR, logistics and supply chains, operations, new materials, and new customer services. So I'd like to pass the word to Rustam, and please tell us more about Lenta and the program and the potential for piloting with Lenta for startups.
Hello, everyone. Alexandra, thank you for the introduction. Dear entrepreneurs, I would like to welcome you to today's session. I and my colleagues will try to provide you with information about what Lenta is, about our infrastructure, what we are looking for, and what we are already piloting. And of course, we are very excited to hear your pitches today. So let's start. As you may already heard, Lenta is the leading hypermarket chain in Russia, totally having 385 stores distributed in 88 cities within Russia. The system in Lenta is built in such a way that buying goods in Lenta without loyalty card becomes expensive, and that is why more than 90% of our customers hold their loyalty cards, and this gives us a unique opportunity to operate huge amount of accumulated customer data that we can use to enhance marketing campaigns to increase sales. The next slide, please. And Lenta is more than just a store. Every day, more than 50,000 people are working to make our customers happy. our store operations, together with one of the best logistic systems on the market, provides availability of all kinds of goods at all times. And we operate huge amount of equipment. We have our own food production that brings unique taste and experience to our clients. And we are promoting our private label so that specially designed, developed products that can be found by our clients just in Lenta stores. And we're extensively developing digital marketing. And all of this is supported by our reliable IT infrastructure, big data analytics, applications in IoT. The next slide, please. Less than 1 year ago, we have launched our own express delivery service. So nowadays, our citizens of more than 48 cities can ask for delivery of our goods, and the goods can be delivered in 15 minutes. And in less than 2 months, we have launched a click and collect service that is now available in 25 cities. And we are also partnering with external providers so that our clients from almost 90 cities can ask for the delivery of our goods. The next slide, please. We have an ambitious goal to become the most innovative company in Russia within 2 years. We are aiming to capture new markets that are not typical for classical retail. We're aiming to create joint ventures with other industry sectors, such as medicine, such as food manufacturers, package manufacturers, development and construction, etc. And this goal can be achieved through the creation of an ecosystem of unique services and products delivered either online or offline to our clients, covering all their needs. Next slide, please. Innovations always meet barriers. That is why we are developing innovation culture inside our company. Flow of talents, ideas, best practices, and experience that we provide will shape the culture of Lenta for the following years. And that will definitely reframe the way we do our business. The next slide. And there's no development without supporting initiatives inside the company. That is why we are launching a project called as Lenta App. Colleagues from different cities, from different functions at all levels will get a chance to submit an improvement idea, and if supported, take a risk to realize this idea. From our side, we provide budget for experiments and our loyalty for failures. Next slide, please. Starting from this year, we are already scouting local and global solutions that can increase efficiency of our processes, decrease costs, simplify operations, attract new customers and retain the old ones, and finally create unique services and products for our clients. We are already working with foreign startups. One of the startups we have successfully piloted, and it is on the rollout phase now. The next slide. And now I would like to give a word to my colleague Anna, who will tell you about Safe Store scouting project that we have successfully realized last summer. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, Manager of Innovation Development, and it's really our pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you for registration to the webinar, and let me briefly share with you our experience organizing our own accelerator program earlier this year. So, in the period of pandemic, in this turbulent environment, Lenta, as many other retailers, sees new obstacles as well as new opportunities. So, we organized a competition called Safe Store, and we were focused on two directions. They are safe food and safe environment. So we collected 142 applications from 7 countries, and now the competition became international one. It's really great, and we are really proud of it. And for project teams presented their pitches at the final pitch session earlier this summer, and now 4 project teams became the winners. And now for the moment, we successfully launched 3 pilot projects, and I'll briefly present those projects. So the first one and the second one are actually robots. The first is a self-cooking machine. It's a vending, and it cooks pancakes with different fillings. And what are we expecting? So surely it will automate our production, own production, I mean. So we are going to use Lenta's cooking ingredients for pancakes. And as well, we can brand this machine with our pictures and logos, and it's really great. So the second one is also a robot. As I have already said, it's a floor washing machine. And surely it will reduce costs of cleaning and manual labor, and will increase customers' loyalty. So the third one is the project connected with food safety. And Lenta started to pilot a highly efficient antibacterial agent, and it will extend shelf life of products in 2 times. We hope, yeah, we are testing it now, and to write off productions and conserve food freshness. So, you know, if the pilot project is successful, it could be really a disruptive technology, and it's really good. I'll invite Dmitry Kunyashov, the head of product and technology scouting. Dima, the scene is yours.
I am responsible for transferring ideas into pilots and to prove the assumptions during pilots with my team, and to give you more inspiration with your applications to our contest. I will share the topics that we investigate currently. First one is, of course, the contactless and cashierless store, where the customer can do everything by himself with his application, mobile application. We already launched the mobile self-scanners devices, and we also investigate the trolleys for self-service. And this includes everything connected to the topic when the customer can shop him herself without touching any surfaces and pay right from the mobile device. Next slide. And continuing the story of the customer journey, we're also looking for the digital assistants for customers that will ease and make a journey faster and more productive, giving all required information regarding the nutrition, the products, ingredients, navigation within the store, all the loyalty information regarding the current bonuses, etc., etc. Next one. As to the technologies, we investigating the what the video recognition can help us. This also touches the customer service in terms of the queue recognition, for instance, and queue prediction, or the self-service scales when you do not need to keep in mind the weight code of the item and just put all the items on the scales at once. But we're also looking for the cases in our internal usage, like for the shelf recognition, finding the empty shelves, exploring the out-of-shelf cases, we pay attention to the anti-fraud solutions, ensuring that customer pays for the items that he actually took. And we also see the case in the quality control at the receiving process in the store or at DTC. Next slide. And coming to the internal operations, we currently use the personal digital assistants for our associates in the stores. But we see that mobile devices are becoming quicker, faster, cheaper, and having all information required for operations, in-store operations, in hand in the mobile device. It seems it's a good case for increasing efficiency of internal operations. So we're looking for all possible solutions that can be integrated into the mobile device. We're talking here about the task managers, the AI or AR solutions that will help our associates to perform internal operations more efficient. Next one. And to launch these pilots as fast as possible, we understand that there are barriers within the traditional company. What we did already, we made certain steps towards the fast track process for faster innovations. Like we have the allocated budget for pilots. We've implemented the technical environment in the stores and prepared them for integration with the network solutions. And we have also the dedicated IT team for faster integration and piloting innovation solutions. Next one. So why Lenta? What can we give to startups? Well, first of all, we have paid pilots, and we do them either digitally or physically on site in our stores and DCs with the real customers and in the real environment here in Russia. And we pay much attention to the preparation of the business case together with our business customers, and can give you solid feedback on how your solution matches the current retailer's needs. We can also provide the support and launch at Russian market. Like each market has its own circumstances, peculiarities in terms of the legislation, the customer behavior, the certificates, and other stuff. And being a part of the Sever group, we can also give a green light to you in cooperation with other companies that are included into the Sever group business company group. Next one. And we expect from the startups a quick launch and a quick test of the solution in the real environment. So for this, we're looking for the solution that is MVP ready and could be piloted immediately to get fast results within like several months. We are happy to launch a pilot in Russia, so we expect that you'll be able to conduct a pilot here also. And we expect from the startup team that it's not only a matter of launching a pilot, but we're also looking forward to the rollout solution. So please pay attention to how much capacity do you have for the rollout solution to support it Russian-wide. Next one. And just to remind that we are close to the applications deadline, so please forward your applications as fast as possible to be in time with the timeline. And we expect to finalize the contest by the end of this year and we'll be happy to launch the pilots in January next year. Next one. And for this, we have a team of 9 smart and energetic people who will be happy to support you in this cooperation. So please, welcome to Lenta. Feel free to apply with the mentioned ideas, but not limit to. And we'll be happy to make a pilot that will bring additional value to the company. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dmitry. Great, insightful information. And if any of our listeners here have any questions, you can go ahead and send them to the Q&A window in Zoom, and we'll be happy to answer more questions at the end of our pitch session. So let's move on to the pitch session. I will just outline a few quick technical points and rules that we have. So we have 4 very interesting solutions presented here today. You will have 5 minutes for your pitch, followed by 5 minutes allocated towards questions from Lenta. Please be sure to switch on your video and your microphone before your pitch, and switch off your video and your microphone after the questions session. So let's begin with Orient. Nir, please go ahead and turn on your video and your mic.
Hello everybody. Thank you for inviting us. I'm here to present Orient. We'll start with a short video and then I will speak a little bit.
Imagine indoor navigation that simply works, offering the convenience of GPS indoors, on any smartphone, in any building, anywhere in the world. What if you could have all that without installing anything? No Wi-Fi, no beacons, no hardware. Orient's solution works using something that already exists all around you, Earth's magnetic field. Everything you need is already inside your smartphone. The compass in your phone helps locate your position, allowing it to achieve unparalleled location accuracy. Orient, hassle-free indoor positioning.
Okay, so now I'll share the deck and start to talk.
Meron pa tayong giveaway bukas. Tuloy-tuloy naman yan.
Can you see it?
Okay, so hindi tayo sinagot pero online yung winner. Kuha na lang ako ng 5 consolation sa mga nanonood pa ng live.
So
sa mga hindi na nanonood, goodbye.
Indoor positioning.
Anyways, ito yung winner natin ngayon, si
that's me.
Hindi ko alam yung name niya, wala kasi yung name niya. So ayan, antayin natin yung message niya. Na-follow naman niya lahat ng rules. Pabilang daw ulit. 131 lang guys. Kasi binilang ko din yung following namin. 131 lang talaga. So binilang naman natin kanina. 130.
I have a lot of background noise. I cannot hear you.
Yes, we can see that. Are you able to close everything?
I hear the translation and I don't hear myself. Okay.
Yes, Nir. So can you hear us now?
I hear you, but I hear the translation going in the background, and I cannot
The prices.
hear myself. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, so we can hear some background
May
sounds.
cash prices din. Tapos madaming consolation prices. So, abangan niyo yan sa December. And madami din kasing prizes na binigay yung ibang sponsors natin. Ayan. So, bukas, yung next round natin, ipopost namin siya as usual, 5 p.m. Laptop kasama.
Okay, we'll move on to another startup for now, and then we'll come back to you at the end of the pitch session, if that's all right. So let's go ahead with AlgoCart. Yuval, if you can share your screen and switch on your mic. We can't hear you. You have to switch on your mic.
Exactly. I said that the thing is that, well, first of all, nice to meet everybody. Dmitry, thank you for the lovely introduction, and Rustam, thank you for letting us know a little bit more about Lenta. I was starting to say that the thing is that my partner and co-founder is just on another call and should be joining at exactly the correct time. So this is a bit, we're not, he's not going to be here now. But you know what? I will start and perhaps he will just join.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
So you have 5 minutes. I will start timing you whenever you're ready.
Moment. Okay, I wrote him. Okay, so nice to meet everybody. AlgoCart was established about a year ago, and we're on a mission to basically help every person in the world shop according to their health and nutrition needs without having to know anything about nutrition or ingredients. So when we're talking to retailers, we're telling you, you have hundreds of thousands or even millions of different individual shoppers, and you can look each and every one of them in the white area, in the eye, and tell them, we know what you're looking for nutritionally. Let me share my screen. Okay. Problem is that 2 out of 3 people in the world cannot match the food they buy online to their health needs. To emphasize this problem, this is 2 screenshots from Amazon. On the left here, you see that we search for cereal or cinnamon cereal. This is like every other cinnamon flavored product. It has caramel color, which produces cancerous chemicals. On the right, we were looking for sugar-free chocolate. And this is at Amazon, and most of the top queries here brought back products that have maltitol in them, which is a sugar alcohol that actually raises the bloodstream, the sugar in your bloodstream. And this is with every retailer, it's everywhere. The problem is that it's not sugar, so the manufacturer can put it on their label, but this is a person that comes to the supermarket and shops for something they need for their own health, is actually many times buying things that are hazardous for them. We're looking at 3 very, very tough dilemmas here that are stemming from the point that people don't know anything about nutrition. One, if I'm a diabetic person, I don't know that I need to look for maltitol or caramel color or triglycerides or urine acid or 100 different ingredients. 2, many times I have a low fat, low sugar filters on the website, and they're very, very much not enough. And 3, even if I am filtering for the no fat, I have to do this a lot of times in every shopping cart. This is how many food items I have in my cart. We have a very big gap between what shoppers know or what they want and what they need. Okay, so our platform is called Deep Nutrition, and we are personalizing the entire user journey to their own specific needs at the retailer. What does this mean? I'm switching the screen again. So here you can see the demo. It's a demo, okay, in action. You're looking at the actual Walmart grocery website, and we're saying, forget about maltitol, forget about triglycerides. No one even knows about them. If I want to look after my heart, I have to, or I want a pregnancy diet, or I want to run marathon, and I need to shop accordingly. Nutritionally, it's very hard to take care of myself because I don't know what ingredients I need to intake here. So what we're saying, we'll take care of everything Just tell us where you want to go. So here you can see our front window, which asks me to select a use case. So I can select heart health, weight loss, immune system booster. We can add and subtract as many tracks here as we want. So if a retailer wants bone strength or I don't know, anti-stress, we can add that in. So I'm going to check healthy heart. I can also update my allergens. And clicking on Go Shopping. Now I'll search for, I don't know, cream cheese, Hebrew. I want to look after my heart. Which cream cheese do I want? I have no idea. I have over 500 different cheeses here. So our algorithm would query each product, and did you see what happened now? The best products just were brought forth. So our algorithm just asked about 20 or 30 different questions, each and every product here, matched it with my needs as I want to look after my heart, and brought forward what's most suitable for me. It's not what's healthy, it's what's healthy for Yuval, under the premise that I want to look after my heart. If I wanted to have a sugar diet or a pregnancy diet, those products might have been different. Let's show this again. Searching for yogurt. Now watch how the results change according to my need. It's slow because it's an external solution, but it's in real time. See how it just changed? So this can be, going back to the deck, this was the online shopping use case. Well, this can be applied to any touch point. It can be on the mobile app, in the recipe, on the personalized pamphlets, and in-store kiosk, of course, in online shopping, and any touch point you want to personalize, okay? And basically, we just enable each and every one of your millions of shoppers to shop exactly for their own nutrition needs. And I'm not talking about gluten or lactose free. I'm talking about, I'm training for a marathon, I'm on a pregnancy diet, I just want to lose a little bit of weight. It doesn't really matter. We can personalize whichever track. Did Tomer join already?
I'm here.
Tomer, maybe you want to talk about a little bit about the technological aspect.
Technology, yeah, sure.
What stand do we have?
So as you can see here in the slide, what we do, we break both the products and from one side to the left to nutrition facts and ingredients, and we are doing the same in the right to the health goals that Yuval mentioned earlier. Let's say heart health, and once they're broken to their components, it's basically the same language. So now we can, the algorithm can now, it makes sense for the algorithm, and it can start rank each product by the specific health goal track that we chose. And then we can basically rank and compare each product to another, to similar products, and produce the recommendations. And here in the next slide, basically we emphasize here the different tracks that they basically offer a different perspective to the same product, to the same components. Like Yuval mentioned earlier, we have Health Heart, which is...
Guys, thank you. Our time is up for the pitch.
Yeah.
So let's allocate some time for questions from Lenta.
Sure. Sorry that you caught us a bit off guard here.
Yes, Anna, Rustam, Dimitri, do you have any questions for AlgoCart?
Yes, we do. Well, quite an impressive solution. Thanks, guys. First of all, where did you implement this already? Where does it work?
So as I told, yeah, so good question, thank you. As I already mentioned in our previous conversation, AlgoCart is a bit more in the early stage phase. The technology is ready, however, not yet scalable. We will be ready to implement in a few months, and we are currently raising our pre-seed round. A partnership such as the one with Lenta would basically ensure a pre-seed immediately, and you can take 3-4 months, and we'll be ready.
Okay.
But we are in talks with other major global retailers at the moment.
Thanks. A second one, what does it require to keep the database of ingredients when new products are coming?
Yes, so I'll take that.
How much resources does it take? Yeah.
So yes, there are several options. We can either have the database of the ingredients from the retailer, if they have it. Big retailers have already their databases, and it's the simplest and fastest. Also, we have our own databases, and as time goes, we maintain them, we make them larger and larger. So this is the other option. Another future option is to use a OCR, if you know, which we take images of the labels, and then we can transcribe it to the ingredients and nutrition facts by the image that appears on the labels.
We can send you the images and you will convert it.
Yeah, exactly. The images are part of the product's information, and then we can take the images, and yes.
What are the possibilities to work with local foods, like with Russian products?
Come again, they were a bit cut off.
Sorry. Talking about the Russian products, is it possible to put it into the same database?
Absolutely. Tomer, I think we would need to do maybe a little bit of translation, but this is kind of the only task that would need to be carried out here. It's not that big a problem. It's ingredient, mostly generic.
Okay. And how many attributes do we need to provide, or it's just a matter of the ingredients list of the product to link you to the profiles, health profiles, right?
It basically depends on the nutrition facts. So we have nutrition facts and ingredients. The ingredients is global, and nutrition facts, different countries have different formats of how they build it. We need to do some adaptations to what the Russian version looks like and the regulations, but it should be pretty much, I would say, 99% the same. So it's not.
I want to pinpoint. Sorry, I want to pinpoint a very important aspect here that Dimitri, if you want to help your customers avoid gluten or avoid lactose, you don't need us. If you're looking at allergens, this is everyone can do. You need us if you want to help your customers who are training for a marathon, who are pregnant, who want to strengthen the immune system because of COVID. You need it for the complex life goal that everybody has, but no one is given the answer to today, the solution to this. Why our technology is called deep nutrition. It's just like going shopping with a nutritionist. This is where for the long term, for the life.
It's clear. Thanks. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. One more question is, what's the science approach? Is there any science approach behind it? Is there any dietology, like science or some medical baseline, right, behind it?
Yeah. So yes, the answer is of course yes. For us, it's imperative. We have to have science evidence. We link the whole algorithm is based on parameters, and the parameters are set by dietitians. It's not by us or by any, I think so or something like that. We want it to be as scientific and most updated as it could be, and that's why we always also keep it updated. So if, let's say, tomorrow we learn that there is a new ingredient that is actually considered to be less healthy, then we will be able to update our parameters, and so our algorithm will be as updated as it could be.
Clear. Thanks. I compared your solution to the size chart when choosing the clothes or shoes. You enter the parameters and you get the response from the big list of the items. Thanks, guys. I'm out of questions. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And we're out of time. So if there are any additional questions from Lenta, we will be sure to send them your way after the pitch session. Thank you very much. You can turn off your microphone and your cameras, and feel free to stay for the rest of the pitch session and for the Q&A.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nir, let me see if we can. Yes, Nir, can you go ahead and present? You can share your screen, turn on your microphone and your camera.
Yeah, please allow me to open the camera because yeah, now it's okay, I think. Yes.
So we will have Orient present now. Okay. Let me know when you're ready, once you share your screen, and you will have 5 minutes for your presentation.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, can you make it full screen, please?
Sure. So, apologies for the mess before. I'll continue without a video now. So I assume that you saw the video, so I go on with it. Orient solution can give a very accurate indoor positioning in every building based on the signature of Earth magnetic field of the building. It doesn't need any hardware, no beacons, no Wi-Fi, anything to be installed in the store in order to give the accurate positioning. And it is done in a SaaS model, meaning you don't have to invest anything upfront. Now, the use cases and the value lies between a few options. The most common use case for retail is in-store navigation. Imagine Waze or Google Maps outside. The same approach inside, meaning we give the person the navigation from his current position to the product or the category or anything that he's looking for. He can also create a shopping list navigation and navigate by item to item. And this is a very efficient, especially nowadays of COVID days, which is people are looking for a very short shopping trips and to find the product faster. This is also based on research that about over 30% of the shoppers in stores of your size don't find at least one product in every shopping trip. I can provide you with the research, but the ROI lies with finding additional products, hence bigger baskets. Hence, this is the ROI that you have, and it's very easy to prove it. So this is the first use case. It's about in-store navigation. The second use case is about location data. So you see how people are moving, where they linger, where they stay in queue, where they stay in front of the shelf, and you can get heat maps and alerts and analytics either from our dashboard or with API to your dashboard analytics. any analytic solution that you use can be connected. This can run also in the background, so you don't have to have the active participation of the shopper for getting this background information. The third use case is location-based automation. One example is proximity messages. So if you have in-store coupons, the conversion, redemption of in-store coupons based on the person movement and the person location are 200-300% higher than what you get from sporadic in-store coupons. And I can elaborate later on that if we have time. So basically, now another use case is connected to operation. So our clients are using it sometimes for to improve picking operation from the shop, because the picking rate of products can be much faster if you have a good navigation to every product. Clients, retailers that don't have the location of the product can create a digital map using our solution connected to their barcode scanning operation, merchandise operation, etc., etc. So there are various operational use cases as well that you can use the tool as well. Yeah. So how much time we still have? Can we go on?
We're actually just under 5 seconds, so we can move on to questions from Lenta.
Great question time, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, thanks a lot for presentation. This is for sure a very hot topic for us. A couple of questions. Is it correct to say that all phones, which phones are supported? Which smartphones are supported?
Android and iOS.
Android and iOS, yeah, okay. Does it require any special software or any operation system?
It's
No.
an SDK,
Okay.
it's an SDK inside your mobile app.
Okay. Quite a hot topic is how do we draw the map of the store and keep it updated in case of changes? Is there any integration with the planogram?
Yeah, we can do that. And also we have a machine learning component that when we see in the background where people are going, or rather where people are not going, we are improving the map. So generally speaking, you're not changing the whole store all the time, but you're changing the promotion positions, end of aisle, and these sort of things. This we are learning on the fly. You don't need to tell the system anything. It's learning it, unless you are changing completely the layout, and that's a different discussion.
Okay, and one more question in terms of the navigation in store. We have like racks, we have cans, bottles, etc., which can reflect the signal. Does it interfere the proximity?
No issue at all. I mean, unless you will put a big iron ball of 1 meter diameter in the middle of the store, it will not interfere.
Okay. Cool, thanks. We would be happy to pilot it.
It's very easy to pilot. You can see the results very fast. I mean, just generally speaking, it's quite a straightforward thing. And then the thing that you need to see is the use case. What do you want to do? If it's more operational, more in the background, or you want your shoppers to actually use it. And then if you do, you need to change things in the user interface of your mobile app. You need to have the maps, etc., etc. But that's I mean, we are having quite a few, I would say about 20 pilots with major retailers everywhere. So we have a lot of learnings, how to do it and how to prioritize, how to test. So we can share a lot of knowledge on that as well.
Great. Well, I would say that both cases are interesting. The customer journey and the internal operations, pickers in particular. Yeah, we have both. And in terms of the devices, we have customers with the mobile devices, and we have a Lenta app for iOS and Android. And we have the self-scanners for the self-scan purchases inside the store.
And the self-scanners are on the mobile app, or it's a different handheld?
No, it's a handheld. It's the Zebra handheld.
You know, if it runs on Android, we can install Orient there as well.
It does.
So it's possible.
It does. Yeah. So let's dive into details afterwards. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you. We're running out of time, so thank you for your presentation. You can go ahead and turn off your microphone and your camera, and feel free to stay for the Q&A as well. We'll continue this discussion offline. So let's move on to DOV. Yehuda, you can turn on your mic and your camera.
Yeah, just allow me to open the camera. It says that I can open. That's great. Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you very much for having me here today and for the detailed explanation about what you gave previously. It really helps to understand where to target. I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen with you. Just tell me if you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Huda. I'm the CEO and co-founder of DOV-E. What is the problem that we come to solve? So essentially, all of you are familiar with technologies like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, NFC, and QR code. They are all contextual engagement technologies, and they're meant to engage with the consumer at the point of interest, at the moment of truth. The problem is that, as you can see in this mobile picture, you need to make sure that those technologies are actually enabled. And if they're not enabled, even though you gave permission into the retail app, they're simply not going to work. So what would be the solution? What technology do you know that doesn't need the enabling from the main menu? Well, that's very simple. It's the microphone. The microphone needs permission from a specific app, but it doesn't have a general shutdown button like these technologies. This is from one side, the side of the consumer. What happens from the side of the merchant? When we're looking at consumer-facing platforms, the inside of a shop, which include point of sale, speakers, maybe digital screens, maybe sometimes vending devices that are spread within and within the store and also outside of the store. And of course, the biggest growing point of sale, the e-commerce, you can see a very, very simple common denominator, and that's the fact that they all have speakers. Now, using those speakers and using the microphones in mobile devices, and using the fact that we can use DOV-E's ultrasonic technology, by doing this, we can harness those speakers that are already there in order to engage with the mobile device microphone at the right place at the right time for a variety of applications. What is our solution? Technology-wise, our solution is an SDK that goes inside mobiles, Android and iOS, PC, Windows and Linux, and a web JavaScript edition. We also have a server that is supplemental to the SDK in the mobile and the PC itself. What the server does is basically it interconnects clients. So some of our customers have servers of their own, but we also provide it as a means to connect different clients. Client could be a merchant and consumer. But it also does other things for specific applications like engagement. It also gives you dashboard of who received what message and so on. And you can also configure and do segmentation and personalization through our platform. Some interesting features within the package itself, within the SDK itself, is the ability to control the range, which is super important for use cases like payment and authentication, which need a short distance in order not to create confusion, versus cases that needs as far as possible, like notifications, promotions, and so on. The way we control it is not by the volume. We actually developed different ways, and it's within our patents, different ways to transmit the information. It's part of the uniqueness of our company. Another interesting feature is our ability to listen for Android devices on the background and create a call for action by a push notification, keeping the consumer completely passive, engaging with him just by being exposed to a speaker. So as I mentioned, we have already 2 US granted patents. And going towards use cases, you can see on the right-hand side, Intesa Sanpaolo, that's the biggest bank in Italy. We're doing already for 3 years a collaboration with them, allowing them mobile payment from mobile to mobile and mobile to tablet at retailers. It takes about 1.5 seconds to close a transaction. It's very, very easy. In Android, it actually pops a push notification. It saves them a lot of money. BBVA on the left-hand side is a collaboration with BBVA Peru. Basically, it's a collaboration for e-commerce. Once the user is surfing into an online, an airline ticketing website, the website is emitting ultrasonic sound that engages with his mobile, send him a push, and allow him to get affiliated offers and to close the transaction easily with his mobile instead of putting all the details into the web page. And last but not least is the middle one, Shufersal, which is the biggest food retailer in Israel, online and offline. And we have done a campaign with them, embedded our technology into their speakers and into their mobile app, and allowed those speakers to send you a push notification, engage with the customer, and let him know about a coupon before he actually pays, which is a very big advantage because then he's increasing his cart and not doing a buyback, which is nice, but many times it doesn't work. So this is a great way to increase the basket. What are the results? So we've won the EFMA award for doing the collaboration with Intesa Sanpaolo. Doing it with Shufersal, we have seen 60% engagement rate of people receiving the coupon and then showing it to the cashier in order to get the coupon. So that's a great indication that it really works and it actually increases the engagement. And with BBVA, we actually won the most disruptive technology award for 2019 for Latin America. So why Lenta and why DOV-E? I think that by now it's clear that we are offering technology that is really, really suitable for retail scenarios. Even the bank I showed are actually retail banking, not banking per se, it's actually retail use cases. So use cases that can be done on a pilot could be speaker engagement, screen engagement, like you can see in here in this video with Amdocs that we have demonstrated in Mobile World Congress that shows digital screen engagement. And it also includes mobile payment and loyalty at the point of sale. Just a second, having a pic so you can see this digital screen is basically turned on a specific HTML page. The speaker is engaging with the mobile that this guy is holding. Once it is intercepted in his mobile, it shows his picture, and it could be any message that pops on the screen engaging with him. And continuing with the list, it could be, again, mobile payment and loyalty at the point of sale. This is actually something we're piloting right now with a retailer in Europe within the pandemic. And it can also be used for e-commerce, authentication, engagement, allowing the user to complete the transaction using the wallet application or the retail application. So that's pretty much about us. Thank you very much, and I'm free to answer any question you have.
Thank you for your presentation. Dmitry, Rustam, Anna, do you have any questions for the?
It's quite an impressive technology. Thanks, you. Am I right saying that which infrastructure do we need for this solution inside the store? So we need some amplifiers, right, which generate the sound.
So essentially for the inside of the store, what you need is speakers, obviously speakers. Usually, and I'm assuming it's true also for Lenta, you have some kind of a system that controls the audio that goes into those speakers. What we do, we provide a platform where you can generate WAV file or MP3 files which are completely silent, or you can upload audible files and mix them together with the inaudible part of the ultrasonic. So then you can play them, people hear the message, and their mobile is hearing at the same time the promotion. You can choose either way. The benefit, for example, for Shufasal was that they complained to us that they cannot play the audible sound all the time because it makes people irritated. They don't want to hear all the time sound and coupons, and we told them you can play the ultrasonic promotion 100% of the time. It doesn't bother anyone, and then you know for sure that you're not missing any customer that walked into the shop. So we are providing a platform for creating the files. It's simply audio files, and you can play them anywhere you want. From our experience, it's usually a system that plays the tracks in a loop or some way, but our eventual need is just to provide you with an audio file. This is from the merchant side. From the consumer side, we need to provide you the SDK to put it inside the next version of the app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And am I right saying that the sound is just initiating a certain like application? Yeah. So it's not transferring the data itself?
Yes, yeah, that would be correct. I mean, essentially what we do, sending data over ultrasonic, the bandwidth is not as great as Wi-Fi or other technologies. That's the reason I was mentioning we have a server solution. So essentially what you do, you send a link, you send a number which is big enough to be unique. And what we do, we associate that number with inside the server with a certain context that needs to come back. The context could be, on payment scenario, it could be the basket that you just bought. In case it's a promotion, what we do, we send the number to the server, and then the server will pick the promotion, the right promotion for you, and what you can do. Another reason for doing that is that many times the retailer, for example, Shufasal, they wanted to have different promotions for premium customer, different promotion for kids, different promotion for older guys, and so on. And this is a way to get a dashboard, plus the ability to personalize and stitch the right message to the right consumer. So we would have done it anyway. I mean, we wouldn't want to send just a broadcast message to everybody directly from the audio. It is possible. If you would like to have a complete offline solution, it is possible. Then you will have kind of like a table inside the app, and based on the code, you will just pop the message that is inside the app, and you can update that table every few days. That's possible. We had a customer in Germany that told us that his branch is completely isolated for internet. So they wanted a completely offline solution because they have metal around all the shop. So it's like a Faraday cage. It's possible to have a completely offline, that basically semi-offline. It can update every few days with new promotion that you're sending to the app, a new promotion table. That's also possible.
Okay. Well, payment and loyalty in one is also of interest for us,
yeah,
as a feedback to you. And is it safe for the health?
Safe for the health, you mean? For the health of the user, you mean?
Of the users, this ultrasonic sound.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I mean, the speakers are speakers that get, any speaker that you use is getting a certificate for being safe to your ear. We are not doing anything that is beyond the scope, and maybe I'll elaborate in one sentence. What we're doing is we're playing frequencies that are within the definition of music. Music is defined, CD quality, as we know it for 20 years now, is defined by 44,100. Usually the frequencies that we can hear are up to 18 kilohertz. That would be the youngest, smartest, brightest, and healthiest among us. What we do, we use a portion of frequencies a little bit above 18 and still below the maximum of music definition. So both legally you are allowed to do it, and secondly, you're not hurting anyone's health, not even dogs, because the way we transmit it is not something that creates any irritation to the ear. So yes, definitely, yeah.
Okay,
in terms
cool.
of
Cool, thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. We'll be in touch after this pitch session. You can go ahead and turn off your microphone and your camera. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
And next up, we have YOUTILIGENT. So Avichai, feel free to connect.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
See the screen?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. So let's dive in. So I'm Avichai, the CEO of YOUTILIGENT. Our customers
You have switched off your mic. You'll have to turn it back on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so I'm starting from the beginning. So our customers are vendors, service providers, manufacturers in the food and beverage industry that have millions of appliances that they need to serve, replenish, and maintain. Appliances such as coffee machines, coffee grinders, freezers, refrigerators, ice cream machines, ovens, like you can see in this picture. The problem is that 99% of these appliances are dumb and not connected to the internet, which causes them 25% of operational inefficiency and limits their ability to scale. I'm not sure why the slides, okay, is moving. We are helping opening up the new business opportunities related to supply, service, and maintenance, and helping our customers to open their eyes. Our solution is to bring our customer on-site visibility, providing actionable business insights about commercial equipment in the food and beverage industry. And our vision is to enable them to make data-driven decisions based on actual usage. So the best analogy to understand our technology is to compare it to an EKG examination for heart functionality. While EKG translates electric signals of a human heart into pulse, we translate electric signals of every appliance into usage data. So how we do that? We add a smart plug you can see here in the wall, connecting it to a coffee machine, for instance, and track the electric consumption every second. Every machine action will have a different fingerprint, a different EKG. So for example, a cappuccino will look like this and will be 17 seconds, and espresso will look like this and will be 11 seconds, and so on. So as we like to say, we use machine learning to learn machines. So what are our advantages? First, it's a plug and play solution. We don't touch the device hardware. Second, it's non-intrusive. We don't need any technician or any lab to install our solution. Third, we are manufacturer agnostic. We don't care who is the manufacturer and which kind of appliances it is. Therefore, it's very cost effective, and we have a very easy connection with a cellular communication inside the plug. So let's see 3 examples of what we can do together, just examples. We can do much more. So first one is this is a commercial coffee grinder manufactured by Hemro, a Swiss company, and a paying customer of YOUTILIGENT. Actually, every cup of coffee you're drinking today in Starbucks is ground by Hemro, and we signed a contract to be their complementary solution for connect these grinders to the platform. And you can see, for example, this will be a single espresso of 9 grams. This will be a double espresso of 18 grams or a triple espresso of 22 grams. Second example, refrigerating monitoring. We can do all these components here. We can do temperature monitoring, stock level detection in freezers. I'll show you in a moment. Downtime alerts, wellness, anomaly detection in alert in advance, open doors alerts, spike grids alerts, location tracking, icing alerts. And when it's going into the freezer inside, so we can use actually vision computing and do huge image classification, use a camera, and we're doing it already, and give you the stock level of what is going inside the freezer, full, 70, 50, 30, 0, and help you in this way to optimize the logistics. Here you see the benefits. I don't have time to go over it, but you can see service maintenance, logistics, sales and marketing. Where are we standing today? We raised a seed round of $1.25 million by Cornerstone. We are backed by the Israeli Innovation Authority for $1.5 million. We have a PCT patent in US, EU, and China. We have already 2 global customers, Hemro and Gazprom from Russia, and 6 successful pilots with Coca-Cola, Nestle, Ben & Jerry's, Tempo, McDonald's, and Eden Springs. We are a strategic partner of SAP here in Israel. And we have a 3 months remote pilot plan for Lenta, and we can have actually 4 stages, starting with understanding the pain points, defining it together, customized AI, machine learning, remote workshop, connect between 20 to 30 locations, deploy, launch, run, and provide you guys all the business insights if you are willing to get. This is our team, 3 co-founders, Aviv, the CPO, Vadim, our CTO, myself, and here are some competitions we won recently, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Let's move on to questions from Lenta.
It's good you answered how Socket controls the stock level. I had one.
Okay.
I saw the camera. Okay. So how this technology works, we plug in the socket and we learn the machine of all the signals that the equipment can generate and link it to the what this data means in terms of the operations, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're doing a short period of time of machine learning, learning exactly all the actions of the machine, recording all the actions like supervised machine learning. We're moving also to unsupervised machine learning. And once we have this, we can understand every single action that the machine is doing.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't require anything except this smart socket.
Exactly.
Which is linked to the internet and transfers the data from the equipment to your cloud with analytics, right?
Exactly. It's important to understand that the wisdom is not in the plug. We did all the POCs 2 years ago with an off-the-shelf smart plug. You can go to Amazon and buy a smart plug that is actually tracking all the voltage, amperage, cosinus, phi every second, saving the data to the cloud. The wisdom is in the algorithm that is analyzing all this data. And now we have our own plug for, first of all, scalability, security, and we didn't find any plug that has a SIM card, a stellar SIM card option inside. So now we already manufactured our own to have these capabilities and we can scale immediately.
Mm-hmm. So we'll require the socket and the SIM card inside.
Exactly.
Transferring data. Okay. Sounds interesting. Let us investigate the cases that we can pilot.
Is it possible to provide an alert for us in case the refrigerator or like the grinder is overloaded?
Of course. I didn't mention that. I thought it's, thank you for the question. Of course, we don't believe in data. We believe in business insights. This is why we were creating this workshop. You will provide your needs and we will alert you all these insights in real time to everybody in your system. It's not for managers to have dashboards. I want that the service guy will get an alert at 2 a.m. in the morning that this refrigerator isn't working. More than that, because we have doing all this electricity analysis, we can alert you in advance that there is a problem. Like 3 days before, we already know that this machine is doing this, processor is doing problems, and probably if you won't send a technician in 3 or 4 days, this machine will fail.
In case of the alerts, I propose that we should send you some information regarding the history of specific equipment. How does it work? For how many hours, what the purposes. So do you use any passport data of the equipment to?
We don't need, we just start tracking. We do like a few weeks of tracking the machine and then understanding, thinking like we are listening to the heart of the machine. For a few weeks after understanding how this compressor is working, we understand the normality and we can say everything that is abnormal and everything that is special we can tell you, like alert you if the door is open for 10 minutes, if the temperature is high, down, monitor the exact temperature you need. All kind of alerts you need to know from these appliances. Actual data, actual insights will provide you.
The last question, but do you have any prediction model? For example, if we have like 3 grinders and one of them is overloaded, since there are too many customers within a day. So do you provide an alert that it is better to change?
Exactly. Rustam, you have great questions. We're doing this exactly with McDonald's in Israel, providing them exactly, telling them between 9 to 10, there is a big queue in this grinder. Maybe you have to have another grinder. Yes, this is like the peak hours, and there is no intervals between customers. These are the exact insights that we are providing.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.
Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you for your presentation and for your pitch. So we'll keep in touch with you and we'll get back to you afterwards. You can also go ahead and turn off your microphone and your camera now and stop sharing your screen. Thank you. So we have several minutes left. Lenta colleagues, would you like to give some feedback to our participants today for the pitch session? Any overall recommendations?
Let me speak from my heart. First of all, I'm impressed with the relevance of the solutions for our needs. It all fully fits our requirements, and I think we can even more elaborate during the case preparation how we can use and what benefits we can generate for Lenta, especially. It was a pleasure to see such a good preparation. Thank you to all the teams, and to all the participants. And we're looking forward to prepare the pilots and to test it in our environment.
Great. Thank you. Any other recommendations or feedback for our startups from Rustam or Anna? Or
yeah, I will just say a few words. I would like to thank you everybody who gave a pitch today. Thank you very much. But at the same time, I would like to excuse other participants who attended today, but who were not selected to give a pitch today. There are 2 reasons that we had to select just 4 projects, lack of time, and the second one is that within the Center of Innovations, we have selected the projects to which we could provide valuable feedback today. We have already seen some other projects that requires more specific expertise from our experts from business, and that's why we have selected those with whom we would be able to communicate easily. So thank you very much, and we're looking forward to see your proposals, and I hope to see you on our pitch in December. Thank you very much. And by the way, if you have any questions, you can ask her now or send us, and we will try to answer the questions.
yeah, great. Thank you, Rustam. Thank you to everyone who presented today. And if you do have any questions, you can go ahead and send them to the Q&A window of Zoom. I believe we have one question right now. Let me just read it out. Yes, are there interactive kiosks or smart vending machines inside Lenta's branches?
Well, we did start the installation of the smart kiosks for customer self-service, where they can check their loyalty status, check the latest promotions in a particular store, for instance. As to the smart vending machines, we have the samplemats, the samples machines, vending machines for samples, And we've also started the pilot with these pancakes automate production vending machine, which cooks pancakes in real time, like in about 2-3 minutes, and controls all the processes and transfers the data from the device to the cloud to analytics. As an example, if it answers the question.
Yeah, and just a follow-up from my side, is this a Russian solution or is this an international solution that you're implementing for this?
It's local based. It's locally produced. In this case.
Great. Let me see if we have any more questions. Yes. Can you tell what tools you are using today for HR management and task management in stores?
We use our experience and our expertise to plan the associates, the staff in the stores. For the moment, it is the Excel files and the expertise of a certain head of the store. As to the task management, we have the personal devices, the RF scanners, which the employees use for the standard operations, like receiving, cycle counting, shelf replenishment, price check, for example. But we see that these devices are too expensive compared to the mobile smartphones, and again they require the hands. They take over the hands to use them, and it's they are heavier than mobile devices. So for the moment, we're looking for the digital mobile workplace for the task management functions, including.
Great. Let me see if we have any more questions. So are you using NLP or AI agents and AI recommendations at online shops? Any artificial intelligence recommendation service?
Yeah, I would take a break to answer this question to consult with the colleagues who are engaged in a mobile, in the mobile store and the online store.
Thank you. So we'll get back to you regarding this question by email. Another question is, does Lenta have offline POS mini stores outside the branches, for example, in malls, train stations, offices, residential buildings?
No, for the moment we operate the hypermarkets and supermarkets in the own premises or in the rented premises, and we have supermarkets in the residential areas and in the shopping centers. And it's a good idea to go into smaller formats or to check this case.
Thank you. There is a question regarding the average number of employees in a hyperstore or supermarket. I believe we actually have data for this. If you can answer this question now, please go ahead. Otherwise, we will send it via email to the person asking.
Yeah, Alexander, thank you for the question. Actually, I remember these, but I cannot tell now figures. Maybe I'll tell you later, and you can forward it to us.
Great, thank you. So we'll be sure to send you an answer by email to this question. Another question is, are you looking for AR demo solutions for your screens and other products? So augmented reality solutions.
We do. Let's investigate the case that we can get with this AR solution.
So you are looking for AR solutions to implement in your stores?
We do both for customers and employees.
Great.
Yeah, any kind of hints for the staff and for the customers that would simplify the process for finding the goods or choosing the goods, and as well for our staff, the hints that would simplify the operations. We are looking for such solutions.
So for marketing and operations.
Yeah.
Great. I think these are all the questions that we have from our participants. If you have any more questions, go ahead and send them. We have a few more minutes left. And I will ask one question from my side, since we are conducting this event specifically for our Israeli startups. Why did you select Israel as one of your target geographies for innovative solutions? Can you share some insights about that?
In my previous life, I have seen brilliant solutions startups from Israel and in different fields. And so when we decided to organize like a global scouting, so Israel was on the short list of the countries to provide, to organize this scouting. So we are pretty sure that we will be able to find solutions. And today's session, we had 4 projects indicate that brilliant solutions can find their own.
That's great. Thank you. A couple more questions from our participants. What kind of automation solutions do you use to provide customer services?
Well, first we have, I think we are one of the most one of the largest users of the self-checkouts. We also have, we are one of the largest users of the self-scan solutions in Russia. What else? The automation, right? We started the mobile app recently, like maybe less than 2 years ago. So we are now striving to develop and to add a requested functionality for our customers to make it more useful and requested for our customers. So I think one of our main focus is the self-service solutions that allow faster shopping inside the stores.
That's self-scan?
Self-scan, self-checkout. We're looking for the scales with the image recognition for better self-service. We have the click and collect launched this year, earlier this year. We have electronic shelf labels, which guarantee the correct price on the shelf. I would mention these technologies.
Great. Another question is, do you currently use queue management in stores for optimization?
Not for the moment, but we are investigating this technology.
Okay. Is this something that you would be interested in as a part of this program?
Yes, sure.
Great. Another question, does Lenta have an advertising or promotion platform or a platform for sharing samples from kiosks or smart vending machines?
Well, I saw the samples machines in the stores, but I believe it's a partnership with a certain producer or certain vendor. Could you repeat the question about the advertising platforms?
Yeah, it's the same question regarding a promotion platform or a platform for sharing samples.
Let us answer this question later with the help of the colleagues from the
Sure.
marketing and advertising.
Sure. Yeah, thank you for that question. Whoever asked it, it's an anonymous participant, but we should actually, if you can send us your email, because if you're anonymous, we don't have your email, please send it to us in the chat and we will respond to your question via email. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but we have a lot of very interesting questions. So for everyone else, if we weren't able to answer, we will also email you the answers and we'll be in touch after the session. Thank you all for attending. Rustam, Dmitry, Anna, thank you so much for your participation and for sharing your insights. And thank you for all the startups who pitched today. We will also be in touch with you after this session.
Thank you, Alexander, for connecting with interesting technologies and smart people. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye
Looking
bye.
forward
Bye,
to
everyone.
the pilot.
Thank you.
Okay.